family in Gaza. When they were there living all these years, did they ever have to worry about like Muslims blowing up their churches or attacking them?
Never.
How many
Never.
churches have Muslims destroyed versus the IDF in Gaza? I would say.
I have
Zero.
I
Sadly.
have never ever been stopped by Muslims to enter my church. The only people that stopped me from entering my churches were IDF soldiers with machine guns.
Wow.
Do you know
That
why?
is the only thing.
Why
My
is that?
whole experience.
Because in Islam, as you know,
Mhm.
Christianity, one is the people of the book, but unlike the Jews, the Muslims recognize Christ as the Messiah. They
That's right, yeah.
recognize him as the one who's going to judge the living and the dead in the end of time. They recognize the Virgin Mary in her virgin birth. So I feel that Christians are much closer to Muslims
sure.
and vice versa, but further away connected from Judaism, which is the other third
Gotcha, I see.
monotheistic religion. So I think naturally between Christians and Muslims, there's almost like a brotherly
Makes
relationship.
sense, yeah.
Not to say that there hasn't been their problems in history between
Of
Christians
course.
and Muslims, but in Palestine they see each other as brothers. They need them as much as they need
It
us.
makes sense because the Muslims would actually have an incentive to protect Christian holy sites.
Exactly.
Because to them, everywhere Jesus went is also
Exactly.
holy. You don't see that type of incentive for,
In the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, as I was saying,
Mhm.
and the reason it's under the custodialship of the King of Jordan, which is the Hashemites, which descend from the
Yes.
Prophet Muhammad, is because even though the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is a Christian holy site, it's the main Christian holy site, it is also, I would say, after Mecca, Medina, and the Dome of the Rock,
Yes,
I would
yes.
say it could be
Yes,
possibly
yes.
the fourth holiest site
That's
for
very
Muslims,
important, very important.
because it's where Christ, who's the second prophet, they say, and you
very
can
important.
correct me, Jesus was the best among men. I say,
Yes.
you know, so
No, Jesus
second
is very
holy,
important
you
to
know, he's
Muslims.
mentioned more in the Quran, Jesus, than Muhammad.
Absolutely.
There's a whole chapter in the Quran about Mary.
Yes, no, that's very true. I've also, because I don't, like you guys were saying though, in the end, it's not really a religious conflict.